When you've got a range of students, the ideal thing is to do one science class all together, right? But if you're going to do that, your class sort of has to be designed that way. And once again, this question plays right into my hands because this is the way my elementary science program works. Every lesson has an experiment in it, an experiment like this one. And then there's some explanation about what the experiment means and everything. And then at the end of the lesson, there are 3 levels of review. And so it's actually marked youngest students, oldest students. And so the farther you go down that list of review, the harder the review is, the more the student is required to understand from the lesson. So typically for the youngest students, they're asked just a couple of basic questions about the real basic things. The older students are asked slightly more difficult questions, and the younger students are asked more. So you gauge whether your child's got it based on whether they answer the right level of questions, right? And this is what's wonderful about homeschooling is you can do this kind of thing. In school, they'd all be studying a different thing in a different grade. Now, when you eventually get to putting math in the science, which generally happens around physical science, 8th grade, something like that, then you have to start splitting them out based on their math abilities. So you will get to a point where they have to start working individually because they have different math levels. But hopefully that's older enough that they're doing most of the work independently, right? That they're getting most of it from the book and all you have to do is help them along a little bit. But while they're in the younger years especially, yes, keep them all together. And there are curricula that are designed like that these days that, if you need some help doing it, that's the way to do it because it's just so much easier. And it's something that the whole family then has to, experience together and maybe talk about over tea or something like that.